what to do, like who's your coach, you know?
Oh, Sherry Cameron is my
Oh
coach.
yeah, Chevy
And
Cameron.
yes. And my first show is actually next month. I'm 7 weeks out. I'm the figure division. I'll be at the St. Pete Pro Classic, I think it's called. And then I'm doing the Ty Pope show in July. That's in Orlando. So Sherry's
Okay.
basically guided me through, training. She's provided the nutrition. I eat 6 meals a day. She's on my ass to stay on point. I mean, I don't need much. I'm pretty disciplined, but she ensures that I'm making the right weight, I'm doing the right things. And she's helped me with posing. She was
Yeah.
wonderful at posing. So I work out 3 times a day right now. I train at 4 in the morning. I do my 35 minutes of the Stairmaster
Mm-hmm.
for cardio. And then later on in the day, I do 20 minutes of cardio on the assault treadmill at home. And then I do my ab work, which is hanging leg lifts, kneeling cable crunches. I do bent over rows. For my arms, I do dumbbell curls. So it's a lot in combination with posing as well, practicing.
Yeah. Like why did you do figure?
Well, because my body composition is meant for figure.
Oh, okay.
I'm nowhere near like tiny enough for bikini. They're a little bit more smaller. I
Yeah.
tend to have the Dorito back.
Yeah.
My shoulders are really broad, and my waist is tiny. So that's kind of
Well,
the
did
composition for figure.
did you thought of, no, I was kind of focusing like women's physique.
Yeah, well, I'm able to do women's physique as well
Okay.
right now, but I would be on the smaller side. But
Yeah.
since these are my first 2 shows, I just want to get a feel for figure. And then coach told me, let's go back in the gym, wait another 6 months to a year, and then we'll do figure because we got to gain a little bit of fat back, build muscle, and then go into
So
physique. Yeah,
forgive me if I didn't get everything. So this is your first show coming up.
correct.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Okay. Wow. Wow. Are you do you feel nervous or excited or
I'm excited. I'm a little bit nervous, but
yeah.
my coach is great, and I have all the confidence in the world to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've worked myself up for this for almost 9 years. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I wish you
I'm
good
more
luck.
excited.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've been to bodybuilding shows. I'm planning to go to the New York Pro this
Oh,
coming week,
really?
next weekend. Yeah, yeah. I went there last year, but I was there late. And so I went to like following that, I went to like two OCB natural bodybuilding shows and stuff.
How was that?
It was okay. Like the first show that I went to in OCB, it was at a college dorm, and it was
Oh,
a little inconvenient, but it wasn't too bad in terms of you see regular people, a lot of
right.
regular people, showing support to people that's on stage, and you know, I don't know. Like when I was at the New York Pro, I see a whole lot of bodybuilders, and it was like a planet of
Right.
bodybuilders and stuff. And I'm like the average person. I'm like I feel out of place.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know. I just probably had to give it a chance and stuff because
Right.
it's kind of like it's a foreign language, like learning a sport. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It was for me too.
yeah,
Because I'm such a fast-paced person. Like I was a runner. Like I said, CrossFit was very high intensity weight throwing, and for years I was against the gym. I'm like, it's way too slow. I want to be like moving, moving, moving. But like I love it. I love it now. I love picking up heavy shit.
yeah.
And I mean it's great. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's how it is with women. A lot of you women, man, like yeah, like it's different reasons, but it's kind of the same if it makes sense. Because there's
Yeah.
women that they at first they wasn't really too fond of it, but then they kept
Hmm.
doing it, and they bound to love it. So yeah, because like the average person, they don't really pay attention to this sport like that. It's
Yeah.
some say it's a fringe sport or a niche sport. But yeah.
Hmm.
Let me
Yeah, it's
see.
great.
Is there someone in the sport that you respect?
I love Corey Iverson. She's one of my favorites
Yeah, yeah,
from the
yeah,
80s. Yeah,
yeah.
I
She
love
she
her
was
physique.
yeah she was more, she was like a performer. You don't really see too much of that. I don't really see too
Yeah,
much
not
of,
anymore.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And then she was in
And I love,
movies too.
yeah, and what's the other one? Her last name is McGlish. I forget
Oh,
her
Rachel
first name.
McLish. Yeah,
Yes, I love her
yeah,
too. Yeah.
yeah. I think she was like the first Miss Olympia.
Olympia. Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, what? Let's take a trip to your Insta, your Facebook. Yeah, check it out a little bit. You know, I see that you was in some competitions and stuff like that. Not I mean not. I'm sorry. My mind is off. I mean you got pictures of you in competition. That's what I meant. Uh, yeah, I'm crazy sometimes, Erica. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. This is your. Can you see this? Just to make
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
That's me
All
in my
right. Yeah. You
garage.
have a nice physique. You know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You have a.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are my check-in photos from like a
Ooh.
week ago.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. See,
Yeah.
Dorito back.
Your husband. Yeah. Your husband. Is he a bodybuilder?
He is not, but he's with me in the gym every single day, every morning.
That's good. That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
he stays pretty fit.
I'm taking it that. Yeah, I'm taking it that he gonna be attending your show.
Yes, of course, yes. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know that was a silly question. Of course, he probably is. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. Yeah. So, unfortunately, some people were not put here to evolve. They are here to remind you what it looks like if you don't. And it
Um,
makes so much sense. Was you always like a spiritual person?
I would say yes. Yeah, I've always been a
Okay.
spiritual person. I think I just turned away from it for a long time because I didn't know how
Good.
to deal with it all, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Like one of your links, you're a medium.
I am a medium. Yes.
Yeah. Like, how did you know that you had these abilities? When did you know you had these abilities?
Well, I've known them since I was a kid, but they didn't start resurfacing until after my brother was murdered.
Yeah.
And even after that, because I get visions, they touch me, they live with me, they're always around me. Anyway, I kind of didn't know what to do with my abilities. Um, and I didn't know if I wanted to go public with it until the last 2 years. So when we were living in Inverness, our house was basically like Grand Central Station for the dead. If you go onto my website, to my blog section, and scroll all the way down to the bottom,
Yeah.
you can
We
see
can do that.
videos of the spirits that reside in the home. We have some that live here in our house now, but most of them stayed in the other house.
Mhm.
Um, there was a lot of, we had a portal in our house. And I know that sounds crazy to a lot of people, but once you see the video, you'll understand everything.
Okay.
Um, so I knew that they were attracted to me. And, I had a medium friend, two medium friends, and they're like, Erica, you're a medium, you have abilities, like, wake up. They're attracted to you. You need to learn how to utilize these gifts. And they basically taught me how to channel and how to use my gifts. Um, And I've been using them for the last couple of years to help people find closure. And I'm able to connect to the other side. And I'm not a scam artist
Yeah.
or anything like that. I have plenty of reviews and history on there. There's family history of my lineage.
Lineage, you were Celtic. Your lineage is like a Celtic lineage.
I'm Irish and
Yeah.
Colombian, but my
Okay.
Irish side goes back to I'm from Massachusetts originally.
Okay.
My lineage goes back to the Salem witch trials. My ancestor was one of the only witches on trial that didn't get murdered.
Okay. Say that again. That last one. Your one of your ancestors. What was the last one that?
She was the last one to she was set to be murdered with
Yeah.
all the other women that were accused of being witches and things like that. But she was the only one that wasn't murdered. She was
Oh,
released
okay.
after she had to watch all of the other women get murdered.
Yeah. That's a lot. I mean, like I mean, I don't know. Like like it, then again, things is kind of open now. I noticed like I work at the library and they have like all these witch books and stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I think people are starting to wake up to the collective consciousness that's around us
yeah,
and starting to understand that this indoctrination that's been beat into our heads for years, with the Bible and misconstruing all sorts of crap, a lot of that is meant for control and manipulation. I think people are opening up and realizing there's so much more, that Christ, God, Spirit is within us. We have these abilities. We all have abilities. They're just dormant. You just have to be open to them.
yeah. Do you know
And
like
people also
about?
have to
Oh,
be
God, I'm sorry. I thought you stopped because you stopped. I
no,
was like,
it's okay.
nah. Do you have what like they call the third eye, the celestial eye that opens?
Celestial eye. My
Yeah,
third eye, is it open? Is that
yeah,
what you're
yeah. That's what I'm trying to ask.
I get, like I told you, I get a lot of messages,
Okay.
like during when I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
I'll get full names. I wake up to my husband and I'm like, babe, remember this name. Because once my feet hit the floor, sometimes I'll forget. I'm like,
Yeah.
remember this name. And then I'll have to do the research on the person. And then I find out the person, how they died. They died traumatically. And then I channel and I'm like, I ask Spirit, I'm like, what do you need me to say to their family? And I kind of have to put the pieces together and figure out how to approach the family with that information.
Mm.
So
Yeah, you ever worked with the police, like a murder or something like that, or?
I have not.
Oh,
I did one time get a vision of a girl around here that was taken. Sometimes they come to me when I'm in the shower. I know that's weird, but this little girl, somebody took this little girl, and I called the police. And, they're nobody, when you tell them you're a medium, and they're like, lady, you're friggin' nuts. I'm like, is there a little girl in this area that's missing? They're like, we don't have any record of that. I'm like, listen, I know that there's a little girl around here that's missing. And it turned out 2 weeks later, it was in the next county. The girl that I had the vision of, she was
yeah,
found. And somebody did take her,
mm,
but he didn't kill her. She was still alive.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, how do people view you? How do people look at you?
well, usually one of two ways. Either they're really accepting and intrigued and open, and they know who I am, my heart, my story, that I'm not scamming them, like this is for real, or they totally hate me and they think I worship Satan and I'm a liar and all this stuff. But you know what? To me, that's their problem. I know what I have to offer. And if spirit brings you to me, to have a reading or whatever the case may be, then it's meant to be. But if you want to sit and hate me, go ahead, because I'm still going to do my thing anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know.
It's something that most people see as a con. Remember Miss Cleo? I don't know if you remember
Yeah,
her.
of
Yeah.
course I do. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do tarot cards. I don't use those type of tools.
Right.
I feel like tarot is left up to interpretation and it's not a clear answer to people. And I want to give people the answers that they want and be sure of what I'm saying to people. What I do is meant to bring healing. I don't want to cause any more confusion. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand.
So the whole Miss Cleo thing, when I see stuff online, I laugh about it because she was crazy. She was a fraud. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's, I mean, your story is unique because I remember you was